There's a lot about the current World Cup and Donald Trump's mismanagement of it that just can't be fixed at this point, apparently. We're gonna try to drive away potential viewers with ICE and all that. We're gonna meddle in it and make the whole thing feel weirdly hateful and all of that. But like maybe we can at least deal with one thing, the insane ticket prices. Can we try to solve that? Well, a few people are trying. Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York, as well as New Jersey's Attorney General, have actually subpoenaed FIFA over the prices that they say far exceeded the prices of any other previous World Cup tournament. And Tish James put out a statement saying New Yorkers have been waiting years for the World Cup to come to their backyard, and they deserve a fair shot at affordable tickets. No one should be manipulated into paying sky-high prices for seats, and fans should be able to trust that the tickets they purchased will be the ones they received. Now that last bit might be a little bit confusing. We'll get to that. Why would they be different tickets than they thought? But FIFA has detailed the first time use of dynamic pricing, meaning that if it's popular, they jack up the price or whatever. So it's effectively an algorithmic way to screw you over. They also have fan complaints, allegations of paying for tickets in one location of the stadium, but receiving a less desirable seat that caught the attention of state officials. And let me just say, if I have waited my whole life to go to a World Cup match and they come and the ticket is way more expensive than I think it was going to be or that it has any right to be, but okay, I wanna go, so I buy the ticket and then I see that you gave me a worse ticket for that price, I will be unbound and my rage will know no limits. That's what I would say. So Tish James and the AG of New Jersey are potentially trying to save FIFA from what could be unbounded rage from their audience for doing that. But so far, FIFA has very little to say about this. They're basically saying there's a lot of demand, but I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe the matches in the area of New York and New Jersey are more popular than others, but we've heard for months now that there is much less demand for these tickets. You've seen those stories. There's less tourism overall to the US. There's concern about being hassled by Border Patrol and by ICE as well. A lot of people are just turned off by America. So don't tell me that there's unprecedented demand. You haven't proven that. And by the way, I've seen this in my own life in events that I want to go to. The WWE's been getting a lot of crap for raising the price of all these events, including events that do not in the end sell out, because they have clearly made the decision that we can make more money overall, not selling all the tickets that we could, but making as much money as possible per ticket that we do. And so that's how you make money. That's not how you pack a stadium, by the way. And also, you're not under some obligation to make as much money as possible off of the ticket sales. There's lots of ways that you're already gonna make money. You're already gonna make bank. The Olympics is doing a thing where they're offering some tickets way ahead of time for the events at a lower price to people in the community because they want people invested in these games to go see them. That is not perhaps the best way to make money, but it's probably a pretty good strategy overall. They could do that. They're choosing not to do that. And if they're not gonna choose to do that, that should not be the end of the story, by the way. Hopefully Tish James and New Jersey's AG will be successful here. But also, like, isn't there a guy out there that supposedly has some sway over FIFA? I don't know, the FIFA Peace Prize winner, maybe he could talk to them a little bit. I don't know, maybe it's a guy that could desperately use some good PR when it comes to the affordability of things. A guy who supposedly is super invested in the World Cup and the Olympics anyway. I don't know, maybe like use some of that capital, use some of that cachet to do some good for regular people, but I don't hear anything from him. Apparently, he's just way more invested in his stupid birthday UFC event.